What's up guys, Profe Pablo here. I know, I look a little different. In this tutorial, we are going to be learning how to use Blockbench to make a lightsaber in Minecraft. This is simply a custom sword. This is a beginner's tutorial, but it kind of opens up the door for everything else that we're going to be doing moving forward. Let's do this. So before we get going with this tutorial, the step-by-step processes, I do want to mention a couple of disclaimers. One, this is assuming that you've already set up a computer to make add-ons for Minecraft Bedrock. You can see those instructions. I'll leave the video for that in the video description below. The next thing I want to mention, disclaimer, is that Minecraft is always changing things regarding add-ons. So what you're watching, you want to check the date of the video and make sure this is the most up-to-date video that you can find on this topic. I'm constantly updating videos on my channel, but you never know when things might switch because Minecraft updates how they do code. So let's dive in. The first thing that you want to do is you want to open up Blockbench. Now inside of Blockbench, what we are going to do is go down to Minecraft Item Wizard. And again, this is assuming that you've already downloaded that. If you haven't, you can find it under File, Plugins, and then if you go to Available, you can find that plugin over here. You can even search for it. If you just look for Item, it should come up Minecraft Item Wizard. And you know it's the right one because of the logo and because it says Mojang Studios right here. So let's start the wizard. Go to Create an Item. And obviously we have a bunch of templates here that we can choose from. We're going to choose Sword. Go ahead and press Next. And here we are going to choose the display name of our sword. In other words, when you scroll over the item in Minecraft, it shows a name, and we're going to choose that. So let's just choose Lightsaber as our name. Down here, it's auto-populating what the identifier is going to be. This is kind of the technical name. And here you have to have a name. We're going to put Profe. This is called the namespace. And each pack kind of gets its own unique namespace. And then this is the technical name of the item. And again, this is the item, the name that actually shows up. The category, we want it to be equipment. We could choose any of these. And you should be familiar with these categories. They're the categories of your inventory or the creative menu. And then we want it to be under swords, unless of course we wanted it to be under some sort of other category. But this is a sword. Let's keep it as swords. We're going to press Next. All right, here we go. Now, what kind of damage do we want this thing to be? Now, this is a weapon, and it's a lightsaber. It's cutting things in half, so we're gonna bring the damage like way up. And I love how it gives hints over here, so it can kill a creeper in one hit. That works. Do we want it to break blocks? Probably not, because it's a sword and swords typically don't do that. I mean, this is a lightsaber. Okay, fine. It can break blocks. And then here we can add specific blocks, but we're not doing that. Is it wearable? No, it's just going to be in our hand. The durability, it needs to be forever durable because it's a lightsaber. It never runs out. So we're just cranking that up. Yeah, 2000's fine. We'll leave that at that. I wonder if we can make that more. Oh, we can. That's nice. And then repairing the item. I mean, I guess lightsabers run out eventually. We can repair it with something. Let's repair it with an end rod. Repair amount. This is always set to 25%. We're going to crank that up. We'll have it completely repair it. This is a completely OP sword. But again, lightsaber. Can we eat it? No, that could be dangerous. Can you use it as fuel? I mean, potentially. We're not going to do that. Will it place an entity? No. In other words, when you use it, does it lay down an entity? All right, let's go to next. Okay, and we could make this a 3D model. We're not going to do that today. Let's just make it a normal model. And we're going to press next. And then we can either integrate it into a pack or make it into a new pack. We're going to make this into a new pack. I'm going to call it Profe's Custom Pack. The author is Profe. And then we could give our pack an icon. We'll do that in a different video. It'll give us just a standard icon. I think it's the icon that it uses over here, down here. I think it's that icon. Let's press next. All right, it created all of our stuff for us in the background, which is awesome. That's the beauty of this wizard. We're going to press next again. And here's our sword. So Blockbench has actually come a long way. Before it didn't have all these painting capabilities, but we are going to paint this sword. So let's go over here to, we want to erase. So we're going to erase some stuff on this sword because this is a lightsaber. It's not going to be as broad as a sword. So I'm just kind of erasing different things. There we go. So now we have a straight sword. Again, it needs to be a lightsaber. Let me delete this stuff. Okay, we're gonna kind of delete this down here as well. Okay, there we go. But I'm not liking how the handle's looking down here. So let's talk through some of this. We have multiple tools up here. We have our eraser, color picker, copy brush, paintbrush. You should be familiar with all these if you've ever used a paint program. We're going to use a pixel brush. And let's go ahead and kind of make a gray handle for this thing. So I mean, I could make it that big, but no. Let's go back over here to eraser. And we do have keyboard shortcuts, if you notice there. I'm going to erase these two. There we go. I like to start with a base color and then I go through and add details. So I'm just going to make the handle all gray for now. And then let's go for the classic green lightsaber so that it really stands out. All right, and I'm just following the pattern of the sword. There's not too much to follow here. You'll notice your handle's down here and then the blade's up here. Okay, and I'm gonna go through this like this. Okay, and there we have a very, very bad lightsaber. So now it's time to come in and add details. And there's a couple ways to do this. You could kind of go off your brain and just add random details, but it's always good to pull up a picture as a reference. Let's do that. All right, so here I have a reference. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. Yeah, so you'll notice with the lightsaber, all the light is coming out of the middle and then it kind of glows a different color all around. Again, let's use this as a reference. So I'm just kind of swiping back and forth between windows. So that means our really light gray should be right around here. We're going to start simple and add more and more details as we go. Okay, and definitely a bright light up the middle. It's almost perfectly white. Let's see how that looks. Okay, and then we're going to pretend that there's a light source somewhere over here shining down. So that means this will be a little lighter. Down here will be a little darker. Let's kind of keep messing with that. We need to be able to distinguish the handle, so that's a little too light for me. Okay, we're getting closer. I'm just kind of going with how I feel right now. There we go. So you'll notice that I pretend I have a light source over here so that these pixels are a little bit lighter. These are a little bit darker, and then these ones in the middle are kind of supposed to be the glare. I'm going to make some of these a little darker. That's a little too dark. There we go, and now we have our lightsaber, but now let's kind of mess with the green. So I'm going to make this a little less dark green, kind of make it lighter. And then maybe make this one a little less intense of a green as well. I'm not the best pixel artist. I'm working on it. So I'm just kind of going with how I feel. Kind of randomizing this a little bit. Now let's I'm going to make one side darker than the other. Kind of reverting back to that original feel. Hold on. So let me go back to my reference again. And again, we have this glow here, which is kind of hard to get when you have so few pixels to deal with. But we can get a feel for how our sword looks if we zoom out. So by pinching my fingers, I'm able to zoom out a little bit. And that kind of helps me visualize how it's going to look. You can also look down here. That's a good visual. And down here, it looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and save that. We can press Control S. And now let's see if it made it into the game. So we're going to go to Minecraft. Irony. All right, let's go into play. We'll go ahead and create a new world. Let's do creative so that we can get our sword. And we want to go ahead and turn on our pack. So we got to find our pack. There it is, Profe's custom pack. See, I told you that was going to be the icon. Let's activate that. And by activating the behavior pack, that should have already activated the resource pack, and it did. It doesn't look like we need, let's go ahead and turn on holiday creator features, although we shouldn't need those. And we're going to press create. Now, because we just used the wizard and didn't mess with the code at all, we shouldn't have any errors. Not sure if my mic's picking up on this, but my computer is getting ready to take off like an airplane. Oh, that's a close-up. Don't know why I'm Alex. It doesn't matter. All right, let's get to a good space and test out our sword. Ooh, cool biome. All right, so here we go. Give @s Profe lightsaber. There it is. And there's my lightsaber. You know, I like the look of this. I might change the green a little bit over there to the side. But let's make sure it's working. Oh yeah, killed a pig very quickly. Let's see if it works for the creeper. Done. All right, and we have a lightsaber sword. Let's see how it looks in the third person. Yeah, see, that's cool. So that is how you make a lightsaber in Minecraft. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you like this tutorial, be sure and like and subscribe. I'll be posting more of these. Thanks for watching.